Salut and welcome to Audrey's Boreal Baking. Today is a spooky day because Halloween is here with us, and so I thought I would be making some spooky little cupcakes, and so I'm going to make vanilla cupcakes filled with some ooey gooey green slimy stuff, and on top it's going to be buttercream, but I'm going to make little mummies, and so I'm going to show you the decoration and how to make mummies or zombies, but ghouly stuff. So we're going to start by making the cake or the cupcake, and the recipe for that. So in my bowl that has butter already, I'm going to add 250 grams of flour, just regular flour. I'm going to add same amount, 250 grams of sugar. To that I have 10 grams of baking powder. I have a 4 teaspoon of baking soda and a 4 teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to sieve all of that in here. Then to that, I'll give it a little mix and then I'll add the wet ingredients. So now I'm going to add the wet ingredients. So here I have 200 milliliters of milk. I have also, I'll break it into this bowl, I have 60 grams of oil. So I'll put 60 grams of oil here, and I'm going to use the same bowl to crack my eggs. So 1 egg and 2 eggs. Ooh. I'm going to add to this mix a dash of vanilla, because vanilla is good everywhere. And I'm going to mix that just until combined, not too long. Now that I don't see any bits or big chunks of butter, I'm going to give that bowl a scrape just to make sure that everything has been incorporated, which I think it has. And now I'm going to take my cupcake pans here, and so I'm going to fill with an ice cream scoop my little cupcake pans here. So I have black little molds because it's spooky season, so I'm going to fill these little cups 2/3 of the way in. So make sure you have a preheated oven at 175 degrees. I'm going to put them there for 18 to 20 minutes, and I'm going to see at 18 if they spring back. And yeah, if I push them and they spring back, then it means that they're ready, and if not, I'll leave them for a couple more minutes. Now that my cakes are in the oven, I'm going to make the buttercream for this spooky, terrifying little zombies. And so to make this American style buttercream, all that I've done is that I have nice and soft butter here. So I have 240 grams of this butter, and I have 375 grams of icing sugar that I have already sifted. So I'm going to beat the butter for 3-4 minutes until it's white and fluffy. So now that my butter is nice and pale and fluffy, you know, you just want to eat it like that. It looks so creamy and stuff, but don't, it's only just butter. So I'm going to add icing sugar in 2 shots, mixing in between really well. And that's the secret of fluffy buttercream, just the whipping and whipping and whipping. So half of it, and be careful to not have it all kind of go everywhere. Now, because I'm going to make zombies, you know, the buttercream is going to mimic the face or the skin of the zombies. So I thought maybe I'll dye it in some kind of, you know, greenish light. And so I'm going to put some vanilla in my buttercream. And I'm going to add a little bit of green food coloring. Not too much, just a touch. I think the color is pretty great. So I'm going to show you how to make frosting clay. So it's basically buttercream, but just so super thick. So the recipe that I have is that in this bowl I have also, again, soft butter, so 113 grams of it. And I have 500 grams of icing sugar here, and I'm going to add it gradually. But eventually I want to have something that's very much like a paste. So I'm going to start and mix this butter just to give it a little go, and then I'll add in 3-4 batches. And it's not about whipping here, it's really just about mixing. So I'll add this in 3-4 additions. Now we have something that's pretty kind of stiff, and so I'm going to turn it here on the surface. So I'm going to put it to the fridge to rest for a little bit, especially to cool down, and I'm going to get to decorating the cake. Now that my cupcakes are cool, it's time to fill them. So I'm going to use an apple core and just make a little hole in the middle like this to be able to put the disgusting goo inside. And so not all the way to the bottom, but just, you know, almost to the bottom. Then once you have poked holes like this to your cakes, and you can have those as little snacks, you can take your lime curd or zombie blood and just fill the inside with it. All right, now I'm going to take this green buttercream, and I haven't put a nozzle on, I'm just going to make a big kind of a blob there. So it's going to be basically the face of the mummy or the zombie. So I'm just going to do a big blob, and then after that I'll put the little fabric layers for the zombies to look like zombies. And it doesn't look super even, but that's okay. So now you should put those into the fridge, and you can tap them a little bit, because it's easier to put the layers on them when they have been cooling for a bit. So let's wait 20 minutes and then we'll be back to put the layers on. So now that my sculpting bit has been in the fridge for a bit, I'm going to roll it out, and I'm going to do that here on the surface. And don't be shy to put a lot of icing sugar, because it's gonna stick. And so I'll just make a little bit of strips like this. So I'm going to get one of my little cool cupcake, and I'm going to put little strips on it like so. So for the eyes of my little mummy, so 2 little dots that I'm going to make, and I'm going to Put them here. And I have this little piping gel here, so I'm just going to make little eyes on my zombie. And there it is, the little mummy going to eat brain at Halloween. So I don't know if you can see it very well, but here it is. So once there is a little bit more, I'm going to show you how it looks like. So that's it for the vanilla cupcakes with lime curd filling and buttercream frosting. So I'm enjoying these little mummies very much, and if you enjoy them also, please like and subscribe.